podcast. What's your name?
Marathon Cuddi.
Marathon Cuddi. Yeah. So, what brands and businesses do you own locally to Bakersfield?
As far as brands, the brand side, I just got one brand, That Life Original, with my business partner, my buddy, good friend of mine, my brother, Lance J. Yeah, that's our brand right there, That Life Original. That's our clothing brand.
And what does that life mean?
That life is honestly, it depends who's asking that. It's what it means to you. Whether you're an athlete, whether you do music, you can play video games, you could be a scooter, skateboard, whatever you do. You're a podcaster. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's the life
you live.
life. That's the life you live. You live that life. That's what that life means to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's so versatile, so unique for everybody. You know, my grandma, my grandpa walk around with it. My aunt, I see so many people. I see a lot of people walking around with all types of sizes and ethnicities and everything. So everybody lives different lives to live that life. To me, it means family, money, and music. Though, no, I say Lance would agree and say the same for sure. To us, it means we're all about that, all about our family, all about our money and our music.
So family, money, music. Money is important, right? It makes the world go around. Without money, you can't really do anything. When you guys first started off with your guys' business, it must have been difficult at first, like trying to get sponsors, trying to get people to print your guys' shirts. Do you guys do all that now in-house, or do you guys still go to factories to get your stuff printed out?
Yeah, as far as the brand, yeah, we all in-house with that now. Shout out to Brazy, and then shout out to a good friend of mine as well, Destiny. I got little business ventures I'm doing with them as well.
What are those?
We started making clothes at first. Yeah, we was planning to get clothes done, and then Brazy, he does his own clothing brand too called Island Survival Club. Y'all gotta tap it with that on Instagram at island.sc. He's got a great clothing brand over there, so he's been doing clothes too, and he was making them himself. So when we kind of clicked up on the music, a little more tough, a little more serious, we was working on that. Me and Destiny, she wanted to do something unique as well from in-house as well. We started doing like custom R&P shirts and custom orders like baby clothes and stickers and all these types of things. And we started taking on a couple orders for other stuff, etched out printing on Instagram. So those are some of the little business I do with both of them. As far as Verzi was doing his own thing, and on our music side, I'm his music manager. And we're on the type of ship over there, so we kind of worked it into the clothes.
Yeah,
and now we do Verzi Productions together. Kind of keep everything in order, keep orders. We do a lot of orders for other people in the city. Shout out to Joe Maynard, he come through. Brandon Johnson.
There's some big names.
Yeah, Mills Clothing, Higher Ground Strength. That Life, obviously. We do a couple people in the city for sure. So everything became in-house, and then on top of that, we were able to expand it from just us doing our own clothes. We started doing clothes for other people, so that's really dope too. So the in-house thing really came a blessing, honestly.
What's the mission with the clothing brand?
I want to see that everywhere. People in Chicago. Shout out to my people in Chicago. When I go out there, they show mad love out there. Buying tees every time I come through with a shipment. They come through, dropping them off first, second day, it's gone. So that's the mission with that, expanding for sure. I want to see everybody wearing it. Like I said, it's so versatile. I want to go skate park and see everybody rocking it. I want to go to the mall and see everybody rocking it. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to a music festival and everybody rocking it. I want to go to my little brother's high school drumline concert and they rocking it. Like whatever I go to, it's like I want to go see all these different lifestyles of rocking it. I want to go to the beach and see some surfers rocking it.
Different lifestyles and different people, because that life can mean anything to anyone. It just is not just one thing specific.
Shout out to my little brother Nathan. I gave him a little tea the other day. My little brother, he loved video games. He be at the crib all day chilling. I go there, he rock a tea or something. We live in that life. I want to go. That's the goal.
Yeah.
We want to go around everywhere and see everybody rocking and stuff. Everybody's place. I want to as well. Another goal is to just keep everything fly, keep advancing, come on some flyer logos, come up with all that stuff, just keep getting better, keep advancing.
You got a t-shirt on right now and a chain.
Yeah, t-shirt and a chain right now, that life, I got it tatted on me right there, it's to the death of me.
Wow.
One of our last logos actually to the death of me, you live that life to the death of you, that was a major logo for us. As far as all that, shout out to Exclusive Jewelers here in town, get all of our stuff right. You know, sponsor the music on the videos for sure. You know, it's a cool little sponsorship we got from them. They came through and showed mad love. So you know, I got that light chain and then my clothes. Yeah, it's a logo we had we had all came up with right here. This is called our true love story. It's a devil and an angel, porcelain dolls kissing right there. That's our true love story shirt right there for sure.
With your guys' record label, what would you say you guys are trying to aim towards, trying to get done?
Same thing as far as the clothes. I want to pull up to every life. You hear somebody bumping something, because we got 3 artists right now, and they also versatile within themselves. They all make different type of music. You know, I got Lance J, I got K Flocka and Verzi. Y'all gonna hear those names. Y'all gonna hear them real soon for sure. But between the 3 of them in themselves, they all make so much different types of music. They all gonna drop some knowledge on you. They're gonna give you something to shake that ass to at the club. They're gonna give you something to bump with the homies while you smoking, something to be out while you partying. They're gonna give you something every time. So between the 3 of them as well, on top of their different styles within themselves, there's no you ain't messing with this, but I guarantee you're gonna be messing with this over here for sure.
Different selections, different type of music for different occasions.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys say your guys' mission for the music then is to
be in every car you go to that, you're gonna be hearing some type of music. I wanna be up in everybody iPod, every phone. You go to high school, all the kids is, you hear this new song, you see some video. Expanding as well, I'm born and raised in Bakersfield, for sure. I want everybody here slapping our stuff and tapping with our clothes for sure, you know what I'm saying? But I also want to grow outside of that. Like I said, right now we going to Chicago getting love. I gotta get a little love in Washington right now. Other places are picking up on the movement and stuff. And, eventually I want to start spreading out through the country, everywhere. Spread the music and the clothes. That's the mission for sure. Keep spreading and keep advancing. The music keep getting better. We all write everybody in my group write their own music, put our own life into it. Yeah. And, keep giving them keep living these experiences and keep giving some quality music for sure. Just keep getting better with it. Keep upgrading the sound for sure. That's the mission with that. Spread it and upgrade it, promote it, all that.
So how did that life come together then?
That life in general came up together about like 8-9 years ago. I was about a freshman. Drake was about like 2 years older than me. He's like a junior, sophomore at the time maybe. And shout out to our boy D-Ron. I'll say more so as far as the music, it was Drake and D-Ron, coming with the name, really doing all that stuff. But it was like about like 15 of us. That was a group of us, like just homies kicking at the park every day, kicking it at the homies across the street. Shout out to Nico and D-Ron and Jalen. They live across the street from the park. We'd be up over there every day, across the street from the creek, chilling, all that. So I'm kicking and stuff, and we was just that life, you know what I'm saying? But Drake and D-Ron was ones rapping and all that stuff. So they was like really that life, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Here, you know what I'm saying, going on. But we was all that life. Everybody represented, put it together. We was going on school, yelling it up, all that. That was us. It was that life, you know what I'm saying? So that's how all that came about back then to what it is now. We was always having fun with it. It was always just a hobby. Like I said, it was regular. That was our life. It was living. It was that life. We was going chilling, smoking, going to D-Runs across the street. I remember one time going up over there, Drake and D-Ron rapping. They took the mattress up because we didn't have no sound thing. Yeah. Put the mattress in the corner. That's the
fun part, huh?
And that's like our little door to get up in there. They was getting up in there rapping and stuff. And we're just watching, I was like laughing and stuff. We like young and shit, just rapping. It was just regular. Like, all right, now let's go across the street, play some basketball. I knew we was going across the street, play some basketball at the park. You know what I'm saying? And then I always go up over here and do this, whoop up. You know what I'm saying? We was just living that life. So it was always just a hobby. But like I said, eventually it comes into, you get older, you know what I'm saying? You don't working on 9 to 5, you ain't, getting no picture in the day, you can't come home, tell your mom and all that stuff, like, oh, I'm outside kicking it still. Eventually to the point, you got to take it more serious. So as far as that life, what it is today, I'll say more so the last year is really how it started. Got, taking it more serious. The business side of it, really trying to see a revenue out of this stuff. What can you make out of something you built naturally? What can you make out of it? Anybody who know me, Lance, D-Ron, who's youngins, anybody, you ask anybody, and they've been throwing up the T's and the L's since they was youngins. Every picture, everything, it was just a group of us having fun. It was natural. The clothes came natural too. I remember Drake and D-Ron, they, I say I didn't even think of a brand, nothing. They was just what it was, slapping that life on the T, just the words, and then going to school and selling it at high school, you know what I'm saying? People was actually buying it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's just been a beautiful journey. It was just like the clothes, the music. It was so natural.
It's all come together as one, right? It's all
as
one. And you you got a tattoo on your it would be your right arm, right, of Nipsey Hussle. How important is he to your hustle and like you as a person?
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy you point that out because like that's another thing anybody could say about me for sure is how much Nipsey was influential to me. Shout out to my pops. My pops always let me be myself. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard. I think parents like they want what's best for the child, but like sometimes you just gotta let your kids be themselves.
1,000%. I give my parents credit for that. Both of them letting me kind of be me. You know what I'm saying? My dad always told me I was gonna figure all that stuff out, what I want to be, because I wasn't really good at sports. I didn't do sports in middle school and high school. Like I loved it, it was fun, but I was never really doing sports. I used to skate here. I used to love skateboarding. I used to do so many. I used to spend all my money on J's and the fly clothes and growing up. And my dad's a photographer, so I used to always be on Facebook. Everybody knew me on Facebook, taking pictures and all that stuff. I was been into photography. I used to make little YouTube videos, funny, doing fun. I used to be into all that type of stuff, but... You
were like one of those original vloggers.
All that type of stuff, making funny videos, all that stuff. And, I had a prank, I did like pranks, like the dancing, back, I'm talking when I was like 15, just going up with like random people in San Diego, just dancing behind them for laughing. I remember one time I did a video on YouTube, got like 5,000 views or something like that.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Back then it was a lot for me. Yeah. I was like 15.
Not everybody had access to YouTube back then, so that's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a little kid, I'm not thinking nothing of it. I was thinking that stuff's funny. And my dad actually recorded me with his little camera I was telling you about. I used to go to a wedding and crash, like low-key crash it, just like go up in there and dance and stuff just to be funny. I thought that shit was funny, like causing a ruckus and stuff as a kid. But that all ties in with the Nipsey question you asked me, you know what I'm saying? Growing up since I was a kid, shout out to my pops. Nipsey meant a lot to me. I always, since young, I gravitated towards him, everything he was preaching, his music. Like, a lot of people won't give you that. Bro was really giving free game out here.
It's expensive. Like, people charge for game, like especially
like Batman Cavo, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. He got OnlyFans. He running up a bag out that. People pay him to FaceTime him just to soak up some free game. You listen to Nipsey, his interview, a song, 2-3 minutes. You gonna walk. You gonna turn off that song. You gonna play that back. Cause how much you just. You know what I'm saying? You gonna give you some stuff, and I really absorbed that at a young age. And my dad always let me listen to what I wanted to listen to and be involved with. And that was my dad supported me, whatever it was, because he always expected me to be smart with it. And he took me to my first Nipsey Hussle concert. I was like 13, 14. That was my first concert I went to, was Nipsey. Made sure I got front row, like, because it was one of those you like first come, first serve. Make sure I got there on time.
Yeah, the ones that have...
Everybody's, I'm a youngin', you know what I'm saying? Everybody up in there, you go over here making sure everybody straighten up into me so I can, like, jam out and stuff. And, like, that... And
have a good view of him.
Yeah, that changed, and you don't even know it to this day probably, but that changed my life. Like, seeing Nipsey right in front, that was my biggest person, and just growing up with it to what it came today. And, I had actually got this tattoo, like a year and a half, almost 2 years before he had passed. Like, anybody who knows how much Nipsey meant to me, the way I model a lot of things. I throw my own twist and everything, but I model a lot of my stuff off of him. As far as giving the game and the way he moved and all the business side of everything. Because a lot of people see all this stuff as fun, all the music, all the clothes, all this. That stuff's fun for sure, but it takes a lot of work behind it, a lot of energy, a lot of money into it that I'm putting into all this stuff that they don't see. And Nipsey understood all that stuff. He understood all that, and I always admired that. I used to do school. Shout out to my homie Jamel and Chad and all them back in the day. We used to do school, go to Nipsey's store all the time, like just to go get some food, just to go buy some teas. Like I could say at least a handful of times. Like we just ditched school just to go up over there. We fucked with it so much. And so I definitely model my stuff around the all money and stuff. For sure. Nipsey major.
So with that, what are some business models that you learned from Nipsey Hussle that you can share with everybody?
For sure, not to half-ass nothing. Like music side, you gotta own your masters to everything. We've been trying to like more steer clear of working with beat makers. We own the right to the beats. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we pay everybody on properly and accordingly. Your producers, your stuff, you get your mix and get your sound right. You know what I'm saying? You don't just go up in any random studio. You get your sound up to par. Make sure your sound right. The way everything. You can't just, as much as you get excited to on a business side, you want to just drop something. You gotta take calculated steps. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a business plan that you're gonna do. This song might be hot, but it ain't gonna do what it need to do right now if I drop it. I need to build up a little more traction, a little more eyes, and get this, and the video done right, and the cover art done right, and accordingly, get all this stuff done to it. You know, you really I model that for sure. Doing stuff correctly and taking your time for sure. This is a crazy story right here. I'll say for sure. I remember me and Jamel checked him one time to the store and we watched some teas. I remember this back in the day. His dad and his brother was working at the time, and we had met them and stuff. That was crazy. And I remember his brother put up in like a '98 Camry, and we being young, we like 16 at the time, 15, 16 at the time, we like sophomores, juniors. And I remember me and him laughing. We're like, how this world Nip got his brother out here rolling around in a Camry making all this money? Like, bro, where's his Benz? Like, that's cold. Like, we was like laughing and, gassing, And looking back at it, like, they was smart. They was stacking their chips. They was doing this. They was doing that. A car work fine, get pointed. I like think completely different now about that fly stuff. And that's a crazy story. We would bring that to this day. Like, damn, little do we know. I remember seeing Nip. I wanted to pay with check. I didn't bring no cash. Check, pay card. I remember this perfectly. He paid with card, and they're like, all right, we don't got a card. We own the T-Mobile next door though. And that's our stuff technically, so we're gonna go up over there and swipe the card. So I remember us walking over to T-Mobile next door, and I was paying for the Crenshaw shirt from the Crenshaw store. I just paid for over there with the thing, cause he owned that one too. And he like, yeah. And that was before he owned the whole little block right there. He just had them 2 little stores right there, I think, at the time. And so from then to now to see how everything went, is I learned that patience. You gotta take calculated steps and patience. This don't happen overnight. Then, like I said, people see how fun this is, and now they see me do a video here, this or that. It's a lot of grind behind all this stuff. It ain't gonna just happen overnight. It's a lot of time, a lot of into it.
And I think that's what it makes it even more fun, because you start from the beginning and you start from like nobody and just barely even coming up, and then now it's like people start loving you, they start caring about you. You get all this attention, right? And at the same time, you just feel accomplished because hey, I did this myself.
Yeah, for sure. Especially too when you've been into that type of atmosphere, and you just been loving that type of stuff, clothes, pictures, all that stuff since a youngin'. It's natural to everybody to see that. You know what I'm saying? It's natural too. They see all that grind that come up. Appreciate it more. I wouldn't be able to be nothing without everybody supporting me. If nobody's buying my clothes or bumping on music, I ain't shit. I ain't nothing. We ain't nothing. Yeah. So I really highly to the most appreciate everybody that supports. I feel like I got a good solid fan base that actually shows love. I can't wait to see how much bigger and how much it grows, and everybody stays with me on that journey. As you said, more people showing love now. You brought that up, and I see a little bit of that and stuff for sure. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, a lot of it's genuine and pure, and I appreciate that to the utmost for sure.
What would you say one thing that you learned from starting this whole business that you want to teach everybody else?
Like I said, that Marshawn Lynch said it best. I said that in the interview. I say you can do it all on your own for sure. You wanna go fast. He said go by yourself, but you wanna go far, go with your team, go with your family. So I want everybody to learn that. You take calculated steps, go far. Don't think about this quick buck. Try to go far. Try to build something that means something to you, to the community, to the world. Really put your time, your passion into that stuff. Don't just do it for the wrong reasons. Like I said, all this stuff to us came naturally. It was just our life. It came reality. Our life became reality for sure. Came into our work world. Now I'm pretty much doing this stuff full time for the most part, and it's a great journey. Can't wait till it's really 100% full time on all. This is it's really becoming. Honestly, it's really becoming like that every day, and y'all can really make that happen. Just stick to it. Don't give up. I'm nowhere near where I want to be at all. Like none of us, my whole team, we got a lot more work to put in. But
where do you want to be at in the next year?
In the next year, I want to be up there already. I want to be up. You know what I'm saying? I want to be up in everybody's stuff, bumping. On the shows. I want our name to be up there with the big names already for sure. As far as clothes brands, keep up with the other clothing brands and the music. So I know we got it for sure. We got what it needs. Now we just need the world to know that, to them to see it. We need some promotion and for everybody to see that stuff.
Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. I appreciate it. Any last words you want to give to the people?
For the most part, I appreciate you having me, Jose. I feel like the people really gonna mess with you doing. I feel like your movement's really dope. Everything you're doing, giving people a voice to speak upon themselves and what they got going on. People really dive into it. Because, a lot of people, like I said, see all this stuff. You know, we make all our own logos, everything. You know, we put a lot of work into all this stuff, and for them to really hear about what's going on behind the scenes a little more and stuff, I feel like it helps us benefit buying into it more. You know, really appreciate that, really like it more, really build a more of a bond to that stuff, more of a relationship with our consumers and our people listening and all of our stuff. So you really doing that stuff. So I see a great vision in that. So you know, I appreciate you for that for the most part too.
Appreciate you too, man. Thank you for coming on. Where can we find you and your team at on social media?
Starting with my clothes, I got a website called thatlifeoriginal.com. Instagram, same, thatlifeoriginal. As personal accounts, you can find me at Marathon Cuddi. My artist at _Verzy, VERZY, at K_Flocka, FLOCCA, and then at Lance J, Drake Lance J, DRAKELANCEJAY, at Drake Lance J. I forget his is the longest one. Shit all the time. Yeah, tap in with all this on the Instagram, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. We all got the same names on everything. They find us all on every major platform, all social media outlets, all that stuff. You know, we talk back. We ready to work, y'all. Tap in with it.
All right, man. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, appreciate you having me again, bro.